Hey everyone, today we're making baked beef ribs in coconut cream sauce. The key to getting these ultra tender and juicy beef ribs in the oven is to marinate them overnight and then bake them very slowly in the oven. This ensures that you will get the most tender, fall off the bone, and succulent beef ribs. To start off, we have 1 kilogram of beef short ribs. You can ask your butcher to remove the excess fats, silver skin, and the membrane from the beef ribs ahead of time, and also to cut them English style into small sections like this. Next, we have 60 grams of unsalted butter that has been softened to room temperature. Pat dry the beef ribs and then coat thoroughly with the softened butter. This butter is going to boost the flavors and keep those ribs juicy. Now we have a 1/4 cup of olive oil, and to this we're going to add the remaining ingredients for the marinade. 2 teaspoons of mild chili powder, 2 teaspoons of paprika, 2 teaspoons of black peppercorns, 1 teaspoon of dry mustard powder, 3/4 to 1 teaspoon of sea salt flakes according to taste, 2 teaspoons of molasses sugar, or you can use dark brown sugar instead, 2 teaspoons of tomato paste, 2 teaspoons of red chili sauce, 2 teaspoons of Worcestershire sauce, and the grated zest of 1 unwaxed lemon. This makes about 1 tablespoon. So that's all the ingredients added to the olive oil, and this makes a delicious barbecue marinade. Mix everything together really well, and then we're going to add this to those buttered up beef ribs. We also have 1/2 cup of finely sliced garlic cloves. This is added as well. And now we're going to rub those ingredients thoroughly to coat the beef ribs. For the fresh scent of herbs, we're going to add 6 small sprigs of thyme, as well as 2 sprigs of flat leaf parsley. Just going to give it a final mix through, and then this needs to be marinated in the fridge overnight, or at least 8 hours. Remove from the fridge at least 30 minutes before baking, and then preheat your oven to 135 degrees Celsius. Now place a sheet of heavy-duty aluminum foil over a baking sheet, and then place the ribs in the center of the foil, bone side down, packed close together, and wrap tightly with the aluminum foil from all sides. Repeat this process with another sheet of aluminum foil to secure with a double layer. Now place this tray in the middle of the oven on a wire rack with a small pan of water placed below to provide steam and keep the ribs from cooking dry. Bake for 4 hours at this low temperature and top up the water if needed. Meanwhile, we have 1 yellow onion and 1 to 2 cloves of garlic that have been chopped. This is for the coconut cream sauce we're going to make later. So the beef has been baking for 4 hours, and we're going to check to see if they're fork tender. The ribs are done when the meat is visibly pulling away from the bone. So if they're to your liking, re-wrap in the foil and just keep that to rest for 10 minutes. Resting those ribs in the foil will ensure that they stay juicy. Now we're going to slowly remove the ribs from the foil packet. You'll see a lot of juices left in the foil packet. We're going to reserve this to make the coconut sauce after draining away and discarding the excess oil layer. Rest the beef ribs in an oven-proof dish or hot plate and keep them covered. You also want to turn up the oven temperature to broil. And now we can make the coconut cream sauce for the beef ribs. Heat 1 teaspoon of olive oil in a skillet. Add the garlic and onion that we had prepared earlier and sauté till softened and slightly changing in color. Don't allow the onions to go too dark, or this will ruin the flavor of your sauce. So once the onions have softened and are just changing color, we're going to add in all the reserved juices from cooking the beef ribs. Bring this to a boil and then lower the heat and simmer for around 5 minutes till visibly reduced in volume. To this we're going to add about 200 ml of Cara coconut cream. Once the cream is added, you want to stir briskly to incorporate the cream quickly into the simmering sauce. After which you want to simmer on a very low flame for just about a minute more. You don't want the sauce to boil. And remember that lemon that we grated for the zest earlier? We're going to add about 1 tablespoon of the juice at this point. Also add a sprig of fresh parsley. So our extremely flavorful coconut cream sauce for the ribs is ready. We're going to pour this sauce over the beef ribs that are plated in the oven-proof dish or hot plate. Reserve a little bit of the sauce for later. And then we're going to put this back in the oven under the broiler in the middle rack just till the sauce is bubbly and the sides are slightly caramelized. Just under 5 minutes will do. We're serving this with some seasoned boiled vegetables as well as some buttery mashed potatoes, which incidentally is also great paired with this coconut cream sauce. We hope you enjoyed this video recipe. I am leaving you the recipe card here. Thank you so much for watching and see you next time. Bye.